Hi everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. This week I'll be focusing on the Tangle Rattoon. I must admit when I was first introduced to this tangle, and that was during my CTZ training, I had some problems with it. What I was doing was not leaving enough space around the edges, and so I didn't have enough room to complete the tangle. Anyway, I have gotten over that and I have avoided this tangle. So I thought, let's tackle it together. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do that so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, it's a really supportive community and you get to share your own tiles. So there's a link below this video if you'd like to join us. You are almost welcome. Let's get over and tackle this Rattoon. I'm using a Zendala tile. Now I'm drawing a border, a fairly wide border, and to make it even, you can see I'm guiding the tile around, holding the pencil steady and using my middle finger, pushing on the edge of the tile so that it creates a nice even border. You can draw any size circle in the center. I'm using a counter to draw around because I want a reasonable size one. Then I'm dividing that section up. So first in half and then each half into 3 sections. That will just give me a bit of a guide of where I put my tangle. I start off by drawing a little seed shape on each of those lines that I just drew. So one end touches the edge of the circle. Between each of the seeds, I'm going to draw another seed, but this time on that outer circle. I'm going to draw a line from that bottom of that top seed down, and it echoes just the end of the other seed. So do this all the way around, starting from that bottom point of the top seed, and it just echoes around the edge of that bottom seed. Now draw an aura from the top of that center seed right around until you reach the line. So again, from the top of the seed, aura right until you reach the line. And do this one all the way around. From here we're going to join that bottom line down to the top of the seed as if we're drawing behind. So it's completing that little twist. And do that all the way around. So we're picking up the bottom of that line and matching it to the top of that seed. Now we'll go around and aura that. So it's going from the top seed, drawing behind and auraing around that bottom seed. And now we've actually completed the Rattoon tangle. We've got lots of space on this tile, so let's go ahead and embellish it with lots of other tangles. Within each of these petal shapes, I'm using a blue Micron 01 pen. I'm just drawing 3 inner petals. And now colour in the background. I'm just going to draw a little orb within each of these seeds, leaving a tiny window where the light hits the orb. Using my black pen, I'm going back around the end of those petals and drawing an aura. Now I'll aura one side of the petals, go all the way around, then do the same on the other side. I'm now going to draw a Mooka, starting from the center, taking it right to the middle where I originally drew those pencil lines. It's a very bent Mooka. Now I'm drawing a second Mooka, touching the bottom of the first Mooka and reaching right over so that it touches the edge of the petal. It's a little bit lower than the first Mooka. So now I'm drawing like a half moon and a few orbs and adding some heart-shaped petals. I'm doing this in that little space where the smaller Mooka sits. Now in the join between the top Mooka and the aura of that first seed, draw a shape looking like the number 9. Aura that, and then take your pen from the very top line and do another loop and aura that. Then as you're drawing behind, you can add a little tail. So we've got a double loop, and I'll do that all the way around. Using my blue pen, I'm now colouring in those orbs, leaving a little window of light. I'm also going to fill those areas between the Mooka with some orbs. Once I've filled the area, then I'm going to colour the background in with that blue pen. I'm going to create a Zen gem in the center of my tile, so I've selected some colored pencils in shades of blue and a little bit of green. I'm starting from that bottom lighter area and gradually building up layers of blue color. I'm happy with the amount of colour I have on there now, so I'm using my Colourless blender to further blend those colours. Using my dark blue and black pencils, I'm adding a few veins. Then with a white jelly roll, I'm going to add a highlight. And this I'm doing right at that top section where the gem is the darkest in colour. I want the orbs around the edge to look a little bit like pearls, so I've given a little light colouring with light blue. Now I'm going in and making a little triangular shape on each edge of every orb. Add a hint of pink. Now draw 2 small circles on each of the pearls using my white jelly roll. I'm going to colour these crescent moon shapes in shades of blue, starting with a dark blue right in the centre and getting lighter as I work towards those orbs and petals. I'm now adding some graphite all around the edges of those inner petals, and then using a Tortillion, blend that in. Now I'll add some shadow lines on the edge of each of these auras. Use a light to mid-blue coloured pencil and draw a little C shape on the heads of each of those mookas. And to blend this colour in, I'm just going to use a white coloured pencil. To colour these heart-shaped little petals, I'm using a light blue at the base and pink on the edges. I'll use my white coloured pencil again to blend these two colours together. Because I've used quite a bit of colour on these flower shapes, I'm not going to use graphite to shade them. Instead, I'm coming in with a black coloured pencil. To blend these shadows, I'll now use my Colourless blender. To colour these curly vines, I'm using 3 shades of green. starting with a light green, then adding a dark green where each of the loops sort of overlap, and then a mid green to sort of blend them together. And touch it up with a little bit of light green on the edge. Now, just to fill in a little bit of that space between those loops and that center design, I'm using a fairly dark green coloured pencil, and I'm using the pattern Printemps. I'm not going right to the edge, but it just seems to fill up that little gap between the flowers and those vines. Because I've only used one layer of pencil drawing these Printemps, and the nature of this pattern is that it leaves lots of white space in the center of them, so I'm using my graphite pencil to add shadows, and I'm doing this right around the edge of that central design. Blend those shadows out. Finish it all off by adding your initials. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was actually a bit of fun and not so scary after all. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and head over to the Facebook group. Until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, head over to my YouTube channel. Or if you'd like to go straight away, there are a couple of links here on the screen that you can click on now. And while you're there, click on the subscribe button.